Welcome to Haunt Weekly.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
And this is Haunt Weekly, a weekly podcast for the haunted attraction and haunted entertainment community. Whether you're an actor, owner, or just plain aficionado, we aim to be a podcast for you. And we come to you this week to do
the news.
As we do typically once every 4 episodes. So there are exceptions, like leap years and shit. You know, we invent the rules as we're going.
Yeah.
Just to make everything time out and space out perfectly. But yes, that's right, folks. We're doing the news. We got a lot of haunted attraction news to go through, actually. Usually right around this time of year, we're debating if we need a news episode or not. This was not one of those weeks.
No.
There was plenty.
Yeah.
There was no trouble in finding it. I did it hungover this morning.
Well, yeah, because basically I woke up and we had 3 in our shared chat, and I'm like, okay, I'm putting these 3 in, but we need more than 3 to talk about.
And then I found like a bajillion D.
Yeah.
So definitely, take a moment if you want to stay up to date on what's going on.
I think the camera's bumped down.
All right, well, fix the camera then.
It's over there.
Okay. But definitely take a minute if you have not done so already. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. We're Haunt Weekly on those 2 things. YouTube.com/Haunt Weekly is our YouTube channel. We're also on Google Play, iTunes, and Stitcher, wherever your podcasts are sold. Catch us at hauntweekly.com, and also Sundays at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Facebook Live as we do the chat. So join us as needed, or as desired, I should say. Mm-hmm. Not as need. No one needs us. I don't think that's an appropriate verb there. But yes, indeed, we have a lot of news to go through this week. Do I need to adjust the camera?
Well, we're already recording the podcast, so just go.
Apparently not. Okay, we're just going to go. But definitely check us out, homeweekly.com, like I said, and get some housekeeping stuff out of the way first. What do you say, Crystal?
Sounds good.
First things first, we have the question of the week. Last week's was basically, what do you want us to see us do? What do you want to see us do for our 300th episode? And we have a lot of suggestions in that.
We do, and I think that we have a pretty good idea of what we're going to be doing.
Yeah, I really feel that way, because I think what we're going to do is a multiple day event. Mm-hmm. We may go live on a Saturday. We may do that from the bar. Because we actually talked about doing that.
At least one of the things.
Like, well, I think we should do the Q&A from the bar.
Yeah. Because
that way everyone will know we're being honest because we're drinking. Not that we aren't drinking now, but I am. You're not.
Yeah.
But no. That way you know the answers are honest, though. Because we're drinking while we do it. It's very important. But no, I think we're going to do a multi-day thing. We're going to do a Q&A section where you guys send in questions, and we do our best to pretend like we're answering them.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to do a separate event, which probably at the usual time, which is going to be just a panel with a bunch of guests.
Well, we're not sure. We're not
sure. We want to work something in with a lot of guests.
Yeah. We're thinking about guests. We're also thinking about cobbling all of the suggestions into one giant mega podcast.
Yeah.
Which would be cool. And the cat is outside again.
The cat is outside, apparently. So if we get an impromptu visit from a white cat, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think we're going to do a multi-day event type thing. Mm-hmm. I definitely like the idea of doing something short Q&A, like a 30-minute thing, where you guys send in questions and we do our best to answer them, and then doing a separate actual 300th episode. So maybe like 299A and then 300. Something like that. I don't know. We'll work on the numbering later, but we got some ideas there. But the question of the week this week is very important.
Okay, so the question of the week this week is, what's the favorite episode that we've done? What's your favorite? We want to know.
And this all ties into the episode 300 stuff as well, because we're going to, in the run-up to it, promote our favorite episodes. So what are yours?
Yeah.
Give us suggestions. Give us ideas. Obviously, the ones with Japes are an early easy contender because he's always awesome and amazing.
Well, that was next week's questions. Who's your favorite guest?
Oh, Jesus. I didn't know that.
I know. It's because I come up with these.
I know what my favorite episode is so far, though.
Okay.
That's the Ravens Grin Inn one with Jim Warfield.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
That's fucking legend. I mean, we got Jim Warfield to sit in one place for an hour and talk to us. That's amazing. I don't know how we did it without like voodoo or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, I did not think of my answer ahead of time. I know that, like, the parking one was surprisingly,
yeah,
got a lot of reactions to it. Like, we're talking about something boring as parking, but
like I literally thought that was the most boring topic we could pick. We picked the topic because it was important to us,
right?
It definitely speaks to our haunt experiences.
Yeah.
And it matters a lot to us as visitors and customers.
Right.
But I didn't think anybody else would take interest. I thought we were just doing service to ourselves, basically.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but no, lots of interest in that one, which was,
Crazy.
surprised me.
Yeah, no, it definitely took off and got a lot of interest. So, yeah, what is your favorite Haunt Weekly episode out of the nearly 300 we've done?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. You can comment here if you're joining us live at facebook.com/hauntweekly. You can do it on Twitter. You can do it at hauntweekly.com. There's a contact form. All means of getting the answer in will be accepted.
Yeah.
We read them all. Unfortunately, in some cases. But I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys think is the best Haunt Weekly episode.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and you came up with the parking one. Was that your official answer, or did you have another one you want to throw out now?
That's the one that jumps out to me right now, but,
just because the response was so unexpected.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think the one with Jim Warfield is still my personal favorite, though, just because...
Yeah.
It's Jim Warfield.
That was a great interview.
It was a great interview.
Really great
He's an amazing person, and it was a very entertaining hour, to say the least.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, additional housekeeping stuff. We have added a new product to the Haunt Weekly store at hauntweeklystore.com.
Mm-hmm. We
have added magnets for when you want to give something a Haunt Weekly logo, but don't want to enter a permanent relationship. We understand. We can be your friends with benefits and just do a magnet instead.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You don't have to commit.
Right.
It's great.
Exactly.
It's great. So, yes, the cat is betraying you.
Yes.
The cat just nearly knocked over Crystal's light.
No, nearly about it.
Okay, the cat just fucking knocked over Crystal's light then.
Yes. Okay.
No. So, Haunt Weekly Store, that's what we were talking about.
Yes.
Before the cat got involved.
Yes, you were about to give out the code.
HauntWeeklyStore.com, check it out. We have magnets now, 3-inch by 3-inch magnets. Put it wherever magnets go. Guaranteed to stick on magnetic surfaces. And definitely not guaranteed to stick to any others.
Yes.
But check it. Use the code NEWS, NEWS, to get 20% off the Haunt Weekly Store through Thursday. So if you're catching this when the recorded version goes up on Monday, you got a few days. Check it out, hauntweeklystore.com. Use the code NEWS. Get 20%, not just off magnets, but anything in the store. So definitely use it.
Yeah, I was disappointed that you didn't, say stick it as the...
I should have come up with something better. I was in a rush, though, when I came up with the code. So, yeah, I was not feeling super imaginative.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, hauntweeklystore.com. We have magnets. Code NEWS to get 20% off.
Okay.
So that brings us to the news. And, Crystal, you compiled... Why don't you take the lead and do the first episode?
Okay, and while I do this, you can point that up a little bit.
Okay.
That makes sense. Okay, so unfortunately we're going to start off with the bad news as usual. We have an update on the Erebus shooting. The teen that was charged in the slaying outside of it has been ordered to get a psych evaluation. This article is from the Oakland Press with Eileen Wingblood.
Wingblood, yeah, that's a hell of a last name.
Yeah, Wingblood. But Damon Parker Terrell, 18, he was 17 when the shooting occurred. He's 18 now. But he's from Detroit. He was charged with the shooting, and he's going to go and undergo a psychiatric evaluation for criminal responsibility and competency. and they found 40 shell casings near him.
Yeah, we get
And
basically
this was
we're getting a little more details about the shooting because this
Yeah.
was the shooting we had heard has happened during the 2020 season.
Mm-hmm.
There was some kind of dispute in line, details unclear to,
Exactly.
to
It was-
us. There
Yeah.
was some kind of dispute in the queue line, and the victim left.
Yes.
He tried to de-escalate by leaving, which is good.
Right.
That's a good way to de-escalate most situations, but apparently Damon, even though he's not convicted yet, obviously, but it seems pretty clear he was the shooter here,
Mm-hmm.
followed and then shot him a lot. And and it was a very heavy season because even though it was a truncated season and a shortened, because of the COVID pandemic,
Right.
how many shootings did we report on?
3 or 4.
No, it was more than that. I think it was like 6.
It was more
was
than
too
any
many.
other season previous because it hadn't happened before.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like, we've been doing these news episodes for 5 years nearly,
Mm-hmm.
and we had not reported on a single shooting at an open haunt. And this year we had 6. And
Yeah.
we're pretty thorough with our news collection. So I would think if it had happened in those 5 years, we would know. And we definitely did not make the conscious decision to not report it. But yeah, it was a dispute in line. They found 40 shell casings near him, which is just bananas.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's undergoing a psych evaluation to determine if he's competent to stand trial. This is a fairly standard part of the process, especially if someone is going to attempt to plead insanity or make mental health their defense.
Right.
So I don't necessarily read into it too much.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that the case is moving forward, and this is a standard part of that type of case.
Right.
Still, it's frustrating and it's maddening. And I did not realize when it first happened the alleged shooter was 18.
17 at the time.
17 at the time?
Yeah. Yeah.
That just makes it so much more depressing.
It is. I mean, it's a sad story no matter how you look at it.
Yeah. So, here's hoping that if he is mentally ill, he gets the help he needs.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, like you said, it was the Oakland Press, which I'm not sure why the Oakland Press is covering Erebus. Oakland's in California, Erebus is in Detroit or near Detroit. Just saying. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So, just basically know that there's an update in that case.
Yeah.
All right, this is one that deeply saddened me because one of the things when we were talking about the 2020 season and haunts making the decision to open, not open, open with extreme safety precautions or not, one of the things we feared was that there would be a post-Halloween, post-haunt season bump in the numbers.
Right.
And it now looks like that has been confirmed. That happened. This is an article, but from Mustang News, Cameron Oakes is Cameron Oakes, Masson Ogden, and Owen Mastler. Holy hell, that's a name.
Yes,
are the 3 reporters on it? But yeah, basically we have now confirmed that, especially in California, they tracked a significant spike in COVID cases caused by Halloween.
right.
That's really the news story here for us.
Yeah, and they had cases in both Halloween and New Year's Eve. Those were the 2 spikes at the college that the college saw.
Mm-hmm.
But the Halloween one was much bigger, with 18.4 new cases per day on campus.
Yeah, that's just on the campus, by the
Yeah,
way.
that's not for the
small
county.
sample size.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And that's just the people who answered the survey. So it's not,
Yeah.
it's not required to answer the survey because my college has one of these,
Yeah.
surveys too that I'm supposed to do every day.
Every day you're going to be on campus.
No, including weekends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
In fact, I should fill it out for today.
Like,
I have not yet.
Like, I know I got my second shot a little bit over a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been filling out those V-Safe check-ins.
Right.
Every day. Pretty
Yeah.
religiously. In fact, I don't think I got one today. That's weird.
It stops after a little while.
It does. And then they moved to weekly and
Yeah.
There's definitely a pattern there. But anyways,
You cannot.
so yeah, this just seems to show that there was a bump in COVID-19 cases after Halloween. And I mean, I hate to be that dick that raises the depressing questions, but how much of that was our industry's fault?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of big haunts in California did not open.
Yes.
They took it more seriously than other areas. And to answer Nate's question in the chat, what's COVID like doing? COVID here is actually pretty good. We're doing pretty well, actually, in Louisiana. And New Orleans has been taking it seriously. We have a high, I think our vaccination rate in New Orleans is double that of the national average. I think we're at like 35, 36%, even higher.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile, only 20% of the U.S. is. So we're goddamn near double the national average in this area. So the ease of getting vaccinated in New Orleans is amazing. You pretty much have to not want to be vaccinated and not have a vaccination.
Yeah, in fact, they were doing the shots for shots this weekend. Yeah. Which is, you come and get your Johnson & Johnson shot in the bar.
Yeah, the
inside.
one-off. Yeah, and
we'll give you a shot.
My doctor's office. This was my people doing this.
I know.
My doctor's office. The group they're connected to. It's a place called Crescent Care. They specialize in servicing underprivileged, LGBTQ, people of color, a bunch of they have like a whole umbrella for the people they serve, and it's a lot of underserved groups, and I'm happy to support them, happy to get my medical care from them too.
Right.
But they were doing a shot for a shot,
in
front of a place called Dragon's Den, a bar we've been to more than a few times.
Yeah.
And you would get your Johnson & Johnson shot, as you said, and then go inside and get a shot from the bar. And apparently, according to the article we found, they had a they had a list of shots you could get. Like a lemon drop was one of them or whatever. But you could get a shot from the bar for free with proof that you got your J&J vaccine.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I mean, that's a very New Orleans way of addressing this issue.
It is. And it takes the vaccine shots to the people.
Because, I mean, one of the things I have... oh, hi, Snowball. Snowball's on camera now.
Yes. It's easier for me to hold him.
Yeah, I have the privilege of being able to drive to the convention center and doing all that muckety-muck that went into that. And mind you, it was stupid easy when I got there.
Yeah.
Basically, are you a person? Pfft, shot.
Yeah, but anyway, why is this in the news now is because students were worried that people celebrating St. Patrick's Day would cause another spike.
Yes. That's in the news. Yeah, you're right. The St. Patrick's Day concern was the reason it's in the news now in April. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's interesting to have raw data to show that Halloween did cause a spike in COVID.
Yeah. And
it's not just the haunt industry, to be clear. It's also Halloween parties, and I'm assuming trick-or-treating and other things, too. Because trick-or-treating got super royally screwed, too.
Yeah. It did.
I mean, we were not open this year. We were double closed, as we like to think of it.
Right, but we are planning on opening this year. That was a question that we got. We are planning on opening at this point. Our household has been vaccinated, and so have over half of our staff.
Our usual
actors. So
we're in a good position for us to open this year, I think.
Yeah.
We're planning on it. Like I said, the haunt's been built for 2 goddamn years.
Yeah, I hope we get to show it to somebody this year.
Other than
HauntCon.
Yeah, we showed it to like 400 people for HauntCon. 200 people for HauntCon. Running a conga line of people we're giving the tour to.
Yeah.
But I'd like to actually scare people with it now. Because we weren't doing the scares. So that's going to be exciting. But yeah, we're planning on opening this year. All the machinations that are normally in operation this year are working.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're planning on opening. I don't know what that's going to do to this.
Right.
This live show, because we're in the first room of the haunt now.
Well, Ellie is hoping to open up her store with a studio before then. So then we'll be in an actual studio-looking space.
Yeah.
That'll be weird.
It will be. We'll be like professional and shit rather than this, which is, decidedly not. So, I'm excited about opening for 2021, but Yeah, apparently 2020 did Halloween season did cause a spike in COVID, and the asshole in me is like, well, how much did we cause it? Not us personally, but like the industry calls it.
Right. Well, and it's something that we had asked back in the whenever we heard haunts were planning on opening.
And then we actually did not attend any haunts in 2021, which is something we have not done. I think as long as we've been together.
Yeah, probably.
I'm pretty sure, like we've
Yeah.
been an item now 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck, we're old. You and I have been together 20 years. I don't think we've had a Halloween where we did not do haunted attractions.
Not other than this last one.
This last one might be the only one. Because like even the first year we were together, we worked a haunt. And we did go through it once.
Yeah.
Did not do any in 2020. So, God, I hope I get to see some haunts in 2021. Oh my God.
Yeah, we've missed them.
I miss them so deeply.
Okay, so now we get to another story that is also heavy. This is Halloween related, but not necessarily haunt related.
But it's an important reminder for haunts. Mm-hmm. And that's why I put it, when I suggested it, I felt like this was important to put this in a haunted attraction podcast.
Right.
Because I don't want haunt owners doing stupid shit and having this happen to them.
Right.
Also, I don't want them doing stupid shit in general. But
yeah. So the University of South Alabama faculty, there were 4 faculty members involved.
Yes.
And basically they had inappropriate costumes for a Halloween party.
In 2014.
Yeah. Two went as Confederate soldiers, 2 held up nooses beside them. Nearly 275 faculty of colors and have signed an open letter calling for the university to put a statement out saying that the university is anti-racist, institute term appointments for department chairs and college deans and more. And the members have not been fired, but have been put on leave.
Yeah, and one of them was the then dean of the Mitchell College of Business. Of
business, yeah.
Yeah, basically the business school at the university. And a current USA finance professor. So it seems like a lot of this was the business school, honestly.
Right.
Which, okay, yeah, if you were going to ask me to pick the racist college at the university, I probably would have picked business. Because I watched Wolf on Wall Street, man.
Yeah.
I know how business people are, but it's absolutely bananas. And I had to dig really deep to find the photos. We're not putting them in the video chat or anything. We're not going to share them on Haunt Weekly because it's that bad. Mm-hmm. I see why it took me forever to find them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were dressed as Confederate soldiers holding noose. What is the plural of noose? I've never actually had this thought.
I think it's still noose.
So they're holding noose.
I don't know. 2 noose.
2 noose.
2 nooses?
Multiple nooses. I don't know.
I don't know.
Ellie's the polyglot here. She should be the one telling us.
Yeah.
But anyways, they were holding the nooses and whips up, and it's just horrible optics.
Yeah.
Like, in 2014, I mean, I know that was 7 years ago now.
Yeah, and, I mean, I didn't see...
Still is reason enough that you should know better.
I didn't see 2014 as the...
Well, okay, it was supposed to be 5 years.
Did it just come out? Is that why they're
it just came
now
out.
Responding to it? Okay.
Yeah, the photos just went
that wasn't
viral.
Clear in the article.
And none of the articles. I read like 6 articles about this when I sent this, before I sent this in and decided this needed inclusion in this episode. I read like 6 articles, including one that happened when they first came out.
Right.
Which is, it's crazy that it took this long.
Mm-hmm.
But it did.
Yeah.
And so, do not do racist shit in your haunt, please.
Yeah, don't.
Just don't.
No.
And
it's easy. Stay away from it.
And here's the thing. I've said this before on this podcast, and it may be one of the most messed up statements I've ever made in my life, where I said that nooses are racist. Put your victims on meat hooks instead.
Yeah.
But it's true.
Meat hooks, nailed to a wall. There's all sorts of things that you could do that aren't, rope based.
Yeah, you can have your victims hanging without making it about lynching,
Yeah, exactly.
There's tons of ways. Hang them by their ankles.
Yeah.
That's a popular one
It
in a
is.
lot of apocalyptic fiction.
Yeah.
Hang them by their ankles. Have them on meat hooks. You can hang your victims in a slew of ways that aren't racist. Find a non-racist way to hang your... God, that is so horrible.
Okay, I am going to find a way to make that into a t-shirt.
This is going to be a t-shirt or a meme or some shit, isn't it?
I will find a way.
Just you can hang your victims, just don't hang them in a racist way.
Exactly.
But seriously, they were doing some horror, and they were going above and beyond. It wasn't just like, oh, they didn't think about the cultural context of a news. No, they were dressed as Confederate soldiers while they were doing it.
Yeah.
They went beyond the pale on that,
Mm-hmm.
They went the extra mile, so to speak. But yeah, apparently this is a fairly diverse college. It seems like it might be a college that is primarily black, even if it's not people of color. Even if it's not a HBCU, even if it's not that, it's a fairly diverse college, and like you said, 275 faculty of color have signed a petition calling for them to just be fired rather than put on leave.
Yeah,
and they probably should, because you don't want those individuals representing your blank university, haunt, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, the whole thing is bananas. And when I read about this morning, hungover as fuck, I might add, like my brain does not have the spoons for this.
Yeah,
y'all racist assholes going to racist, but we gotta yeet you one way or another.
Exactly.
Yeet the racists.
Yes,
that is a great shirt. Yeet the racists. I like that one. Okay, so this next story, we got to change gears because that's going to get too depressing.
Exactly.
Change gears. I actually, when you found this one, this was an interesting one, but it's about escape rooms and the pandemic. This is an article by the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and it talks about John, I should have really looked up how to pronounce that.
Guarini,
the owner of Fear Escapes, which is a haunted attraction in Elmwood City, Pennsylvania. They're opening the cities, you ambitious bastards, calling that a city. The towns, whatever, first escape room. Which is incredible because of the challenges escape rooms have faced in 2020 and 2021.
Exactly. And I mean, the storyline for the escape room is similar to the couple's haunted house. And the rooms sound like they're decorated like a haunted house. Like, I would like to go to this one because it talks about how it has giant spiders and things that are like the big props that you would see in a haunted house, but in an escape room. So, but as we've said before, haunted houses are the best at decorating escape rooms.
Yeah,
period.
And if you want a well-decorated, well-designed, visually escape room, your haunted attraction owners are going to be the best people to go to, full stop.
Yeah.
That's not saying they're the best escape rooms, full stop. Because I've been to some pretty killer escape rooms. I've been to great escape rooms in a goddamn strip mall and a business center. That one we went to in St. Louis that unfortunately closed, that was an awesome escape room, but it was clearly not done by a haunted attraction designer. It was very low key on the decoration.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is great news, but they're talking about how they have shuttered many escape rooms, and this one is opening, and it's just great. That they are I root for the escape room industry, even if I am wary of that rooting.
Yeah,
it's like being a Saints fan.
Yeah, so John specifically has healthcare experience and has been a healthcare frontline worker during the pandemic, so he knows the protocols to keep people safe. Which
that makes me much more comfortable already. Yeah,
it does. But the end of the article talked about the escape room industry in general in the area, and many have closed. Multiple have pivoted to virtual games, but a lot are doing private games only, private parties only, with lots of room in between groups. And that is a way to do it, to stay alive.
Yeah. And, we talked about we did the episodes about has the escape room bubble burst or not. We did like a back and forth on that. I
Yeah.
think we did 2 episodes on it even.
Well, I think we did, but they might have been really far apart because I think that that would be one of those to go back and revisit because our first
We
escape
just did it.
maybe we did.
We
I don't
did just
know.
do it, I think. I mean, I know
We'll
that
have to look. There's been like almost 300
we've done
episodes.
we've done over 300 episodes. We can't remember them all.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I agree with her. And to answer the question of Nate,
Yeah.
hungover, what was the poison of choice? Yesterday it was rum and diet. I was basically
Yeah.
Julian from Trailer Park Boys carrying a rocks glass around all day with rum
Pretty
and diet.
much, yeah.
Cuba Libre diet. Except he does regular rum and Coke. I do rum and diet because I can't drink sugar anymore.
Well, and it's not worth the calories.
No.
So yeah, rum and diet's for you. Vodka diet is my drink of choice.
Sailor Jerry has been the drink of choice lately.
Yeah.
And considering how messed up I got and did not get super hungover, just like regular hungover, Sailor Jerry's going to stay my thing for a bit, I think.
Yeah. And for some reason, Nate, it's not letting me reply to you directly, so we'll just reply now.
Yeah, we're replying on podcast, but no. So yeah, I'm just super happy to see escape rooms opening.
Yeah.
And expanding. So that's an awesome thing.
Yes, because we enjoy them.
Yes, I love escape rooms. People thought after I did the escape room bubble at burst that I was anti-escape room. I saw some comments about that I just hate escape rooms. I fucking love escape rooms.
Yeah.
I want to see them do well. I want to see them thrive and continue on. I'm just, not necessarily an optimist.
Okay. And as our next article is about Scream and Stream returns to Osceola.
Osceola, yeah. I think it's Osceola, yeah.
It's in Florida.
Yeah.
But last year they started as a drive-through haunted house, and guests are going to get a whole new experience this year, and they are bringing in Halloween Horror Nights creative veteran Patrick Braillard in order to design the experience.
Yeah, this is awesome. I'm totally down with this.
Yeah. And last year they had 20,000 customers, which is amazing
it's
to think of.
It's bananas if you think about
20,000 cars going through,
well, I mean, I don't know if they're counting customers or cars, but either way, it's bananas.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of people, man.
Yeah, but this year they're trying to increase the terror so that you feel the need to stay in your car, not that you're there because you have to be because of a pandemic, but because you don't want to get out because of what's around you, because it's so scary.
Yeah, and this article got me thinking, because when we first reported on them, and we reported on, I can't remember which episode it was, I think it was right before Halloween, though.
Yeah.
We talked about them. I remember thinking, oh yeah, drive-through haunted attractions, that's a novel way to get through the pandemic.
Yeah.
And now I'm thinking, holy shit, drive-through haunted attractions, that's just a great idea.
Well, yeah, because basically it takes the old style Tunnel of Doom or whatever rides, but puts you in control of the car that's going through the quote-unquote tunnel.
And, okay, we mocked the drive-through haunted attractions because of safety issues. And we did say a lot of shit there, and I think that still stands.
It does.
Like, I did not understand why a lot of trail haunts just simply say, you know what, we're now a drive-through haunt.
Yeah.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah, because, I mean, I still worry about people running over
scared and
people.
hitting the gas instead of the brake and whatnot. And
but
running over your actors.
But we have learned more about them, and they've actually happened now. So we know that cars are expected to drive to an area, turn their car off before any actors approach.
And this is in a car wash, if I remember correctly.
I'm not sure about that.
I think this one is a car wash based one, which makes sense because they have the thing where you turn off the car, sit down, and they pull you through it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That is.
That's just so beautiful. And yeah, that eliminates the safety concerns we had about a haunted attraction, this drive-through.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, honestly, if you're running a car wash and not getting into some hell, you're missing out, man. You got to up your game. Seriously, it's an amazing one. It's an amazing idea. And speaking of drive-through haunts,
right?
This is from the Asahi Shinbun. I have no idea how Shinbun.
No, we know how to say Asahi.
Asahi. We definitely know how to say Asahi around these parts. But it's about a drive-in haunted house in Japan that is going to reopen for the summer months.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just great because, basically, they're trying to avoid how do you say that? Sanmitsu?
Yes.
A Sanmitsu situation where there are many people coming in close contact in a haunted attraction, and customers in Japan raved about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and from our interviews with Kyle about his trip overseas, we know that it is tradition and to have year-round haunts open.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, the relationship between visitors and haunted attractions in Japan is totally different than it is in the U.S. and Canada.
Yeah.
Because we're like, yeah, it's solely a September, October thing. Maybe you'll do a St. Patrick's Day or a Valentine's Day thing or a Christmas thing. But realistically, it's like 2 months out of the year. These are 24/7, 365 attractions that are open.
No.
Well, not 24/7, but they're open during normal haunted house hours, but they're 365.
Right.
And they exist in this very different sphere.
Yes, they do.
And one thing that I like, we need to bring Kyle back on because he had a lot of great stuff to say about this. The cat's back, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
That's why you're grabbing your microphone in a panic, because then you're going to get dumped over by the cat.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Because he was looking at jumping on the table, and now he's not.
Snowball, I mean, I don't hate you anymore. I can't say I love you.
Yes, but I have to remember to put you inside.
Yes, we got to remember to put you inside, but you got to stop screwing with the microphones.
Mm-hmm. And lights.
And lights and other things. Yeah, we got stuff set up here. You got to stop mucking with it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're reopening some of the drive-in haunted attractions, and these are the ones that Crystal described, where you pull into a space,
right,
turn the car off, do a signal or whatever, and then scary shit happens around you.
Yeah.
And that's just awesome. I mean, that's an amazing idea. Why are not more haunts doing this as an add-on or as a whole attraction?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know that it's for most haunts, honestly.
True.
But I do see the value in it.
Well, and like the first time we heard about it, this particular style, they were talking about how you have to book a time. You go, you park in, like, the style, not necessarily this one, but you park in a garage. You turn off your lights, you honk the horn 3 times and do a dance or something and let them know that you're here. I don't remember what the whole deal was.
Probably flash your lights.
Flash your lights and wave out the window and do other stuff. But you do all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
To indicate they're there, and they basically just scare the crap out of you in this garage.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. It's a socially distanced, excellent way to get scares in, but also a new line of business. So here's hoping that this is the way it stays. This stays an idea. Because I would definitely, if I were doing one of our haunt trips, and I read that there was a drive-through haunted attraction in the city, I would definitely make a point to hit it.
Yeah.
It's a novel experience.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know how long they're going to last after pandemic times. Like, I would like to see it become something that stays around so that we can go to one, but I'm not sure that it will.
I'm not sure it will either, but that's the thing. It's like, pandemic is teaching us these new ways of haunting that I think need to be kept around. Yeah. Not necessarily as a replacement.
Right.
But as an addition to it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, doing live chats and videos and Zoom meetings have become a part of life. And now I don't know why we didn't include people previously. So that's something like pandemic has expanded community. So.
Anyway. Okay, we got to move on, though, because we're behind. We've been jibber-jabbering.
Well, it might happen today.
It might.
So, next article, spend your spring break in Dread Hollow. Ruby Falls Haunted Halloween Town Dread Hollow Opened for 2 days at the end of March, March 23rd and 30th. They were inviting spring breakers to come out and check out their haunted attraction. It was circus themed. The main thing that was really interesting about this is that it included the haunt story. That it based on the legend of Angus Grimbaldi, or Grimby the Garrulous.
Yeah.
Means he talks a lot, right?
Garrulous. Yeah. This was not a video. We have no idea how to pronounce that. Garrulous.
Yeah. But anyway, in addition to the 2 nights of the haunted attraction, they also opened up 2 escape rooms on site. People were asked to wear masks and keep social distancing in mind because that is still a fact of life.
Well, and the reason I wanted to talk about this is a simple one sentence question.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck don't more haunts do spring break stuff? If you're in an area that gets spring breakers like New Orleans, Pensacola, or Miami, or Los Angeles, or whatever, if you're in an area that gets spring breakers, why the fuck aren't you opening for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That's literally the reason I wanted to include was to ask that question.
Well, I really liked that they included the story because not a lot of articles that cover haunts include the haunt story, the one that's built into the haunted house when you go.
Yeah.
Including ours.
Yeah, we've had tons of media coverage, but no one's mentioned the story. They mentioned our story, and unfortunately, far too many of them talked about me and not you.
Yeah.
Which pisses me off.
Well, yeah.
And then
part of that's me not being as comfortable as you on
media,
camera.
Yeah. And then some of it's just regular good old-fashioned sexism.
Exactly.
But, yeah, so no, I mean, seriously, why are spring break haunts not a thing?
I don't know. Probably because it's at the height of, build season.
That's true. I do think Scream Break may be a name that needs to be co-opted, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, up next, we have our usual for this time of year, an update from Halloween Horror Nights. Not a new haunt or a new maze, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is weird. They are hiring dancers and performers at Halloween Horror Nights in Universal Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting, the regular HHN, this is our next house that we're announcing.
We're doing Halloween. We're doing Beetlejuice. We're doing whatever this week.
Yeah.
Well, they are doing Beetlejuice. I think they are doing Halloween, too.
I don't know about Halloween, but I do know they're doing Beetlejuice because we talked about it last news episode. But this news episode, they're looking for male and female dancers with an athletic build and strong dance experience and
hip-hop and or jazz.
Exactly. So interested people can submit headshots, resumes, full-length photo, demo reel, however you want to audition, you basically can.
The cat just fucking disappeared.
Well, it is a haunty.
Yeah, it
cat.
is. So yeah, that was interesting. If you want to apply, you can do it at the Halloween Horror Nights website. It's scheduled to run September 3rd through October 31st. I would get in on this if you are someone in the area and meet the qualifications. I have heard, we know people that have worked Halloween Horror Nights, like Dawn has, and I know Chris has too, and they all say amazing things about the experience of working there. So
yeah,
I'd get on that train.
Sounds like it'd be fun. Okay.
All right. This next article is from, you didn't put where it's from. But it's a Halloween group is returning with their Orange Bash May 1st. This is an interesting idea.
It's from The Advocate.
Oh, this is local. Yeah, I forgot this was local. The Advocate here. Basically, in Baton Rouge, a Halloween group is holding a May 1st, basically, party.
Yeah, it's a party. They're going to have dancers and drinks and hors d'oeuvres and music.
Tickets are $31 at 1031consortium.com, by the way, which is interesting. But no, I found this to be interesting because, the charity group is, quote unquote, dedicated to bringing the children of area safe and happy Halloween and plans the annual Fifile? Fifile?
I was thinking Fifile.
Fifile Halloween Festival, which we don't know about. It's Baton Rouge. I mean, we're New
Yeah.
Orleans. And you have to understand, Baton Rouge and New Orleans are 90 minutes and also 30 years apart at the same time.
That's pretty accurate, yeah.
So,
But yeah, they're going to announce their grand marshals and all of the royalty for this year's events.
yeah, they normally do a costume ball, a 5K, an art market, a parade, and all this big stuff. They're just doing one single event this year, it seems like.
Yeah, but it's more than they got to do last year.
Which is definitely true. So, yeah, this is interesting. And like we don't talk enough about Baton Rouge, which is weird because that's the home of the 13th Gate.
Right. And I believe that they're involved in this somehow, but I can't confirm
We could
that.
not find out how. We
So,
would search it. So,
yeah.
I'm sure they are to some degree, but it's just an interesting bash.
Yeah, but they also do Halloween costumes for kids in needs and works in neighborhoods to plan safe trick-or-treating events, which I bet was really important last year
Yeah.
and will be this year.
Well, we know that Ween Dream, our usual, that's our usual charity, go-to charity for costumes for underprivileged kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are not involved with this, it seems, but I like the idea of helping underprivileged kids get costumes, be able to participate in Halloween as a charity.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of kids that struggle with that, and their families struggle with that. And Halloween may not seem to be a big expense or a big deal to a lot of people, but if you are one of those kids that their family doesn't have money for a costume, it can be a big fucking obstacle.
Yeah.
And I want everyone to enjoy Halloween.
Exactly.
Because Halloween is amazing and should be enjoyed by everyone regardless of the amount of money their family makes.
Exactly. I mean,
put the costumes in, so I support this completely. Put the costumes in the hands of the kids, god damn it.
yes. All right. Next story. Midsummer Scream.
Yes.
They are not going to be holding their 2021 conference.
Which is murder because you know they're sitting there on edge.
Right.
Like it could we could do it. It's maybe no, they're not doing it.
Yeah. But they have announced that they're coming back in 2022. But in addition to that, and this article is by NBC Los Angeles, Lisa Gray Painter.
I'm gonna hope that's pronounced Lisa.
Yeah.
Lisa. Yeah, that's an. Damn, why did we get all the hard shit this week? Usually we don't have
on the
that
day
much.
that we go with Ellie.
Go to Ellie. Go with Ellie to go drinking at a bar and hang out and do
because
knitting.
she's knitting for 12 hours today.
Yeah, she's doing a knitting
for
charity.
food.
She's fucking working her ass off for this knitting charity.
Exactly.
And we went and just like drank Guinness and stuff.
And hung out. Yeah. But anyway, so what I'm excited about though is that they're having a separate event in December. That's going to be holiday themed horror convention and frightfully delight vendors and artisans. Live entertainment will be there. Darkened hull filled with fog and haunted attractions. So all of that's going to be happening, but the holiday mashup, it actually comes at a better time of year for us that maybe we could go to that.
Maybe, yeah.
Depends on what the dates are, because they didn't put it in here, but it's something to look forward to, and I'm happy to see that they're expanding to 2 events a year.
Yeah, here's the thing, and the reason I'm really happy to talk about this is we love Midsummer Scream in theory, and we knew because we know someone that is like remotely connected to it in a weird way. No, we don't know Midsummer Scream. That's right. I'm thinking of the wrong conference. But yeah, I've been wanting to go to Midsummer Scream and Scare LA too. I've been wanting to get out that way for this type of conference. But yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But okay, we're at a time where a lot of conferences are facing very difficult choices. And a lot of recurring events have either had to scale back or cut or just stop or they're not functioning anymore, So to hear that Midsummer Scream is not just like, yeah, we're coming back in 2022, awesome, but we're coming back with 2 events, double awesome.
Hmm.
So that's a very amazing thing.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah. Apparently, oh shit, I didn't realize that.
What?
Tim posted in the chat that Scarlet is dead. That's heavy. I didn't realize that.
No.
Oh man, that's depressing. So we'll talk about a bar now.
Yes.
We'll talk about a bar. Basically, this is an article from Inside the Magic. It's by Alessa Dufresne, who talks about a bar. The Cocktail and Screams is the name of the bar. It's a year-round haunted attraction themed bar in downtown Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel kind of ripped off here because we spent not insignificant time in Orlando not doing Disney, but not doing this awesome stuff either.
It didn't exist then. This was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, people in chat were talking about how we've been together 20 years. It's a long time.
This was like 18 years ago, legitimately.
Yeah, exactly.
We were still living in South Carolina at the time.
Yeah.
So we know it was pre-2002.
Yeah, but this is, supposed to be an immersive bar experience. Cocktails and Screams year round. And they've got characters and decorations from both Disney and Universal.
I'm not. I
know.
You know what I'm going to ask. And
I asked this earlier when you weren't in the room. I asked Ellie, how are they getting away with this, especially being right next door to both Disney and Universal? And I don't have an answer.
I don't know if they're licensed. I hope they are.
I hope so too, because they're getting media coverage.
Yeah. But it sounds awesome. Go ahead, though. It sounds awesome.
Yeah, because it features Nightmare Before Christmas, Alice in Wonderland, The Shining, The Addams Family, Beetlejuice, and much more. And they have characters.
And the photos look amazing on this.
Yeah.
This is one of those you really should check out the article. We got the link to Inside the Magic in the show notes.
Yeah.
It's definitely one to check out. But
yeah, I want a drink served in a light bulb. That sounds fun.
Sounds dangerous too, but fun, yes.
Anyway.
But no, this is an amazing looking bar.
Mm-hmm.
They have an all ages brunch on Sundays,
Right.
which is a great idea. I forgot that there are places in the world where kids can't go to bars.
Right.
Like New Orleans, it's like, yeah, let the little ones in, man. We don't give a shit. Just don't eliminate the video poker, right?
Yeah.
Just cover the video poker machines. It's fine. This is New Orleans. We don't have no problem with kids and alcohol. It's just, they're not allowed to drink, but they can be near it,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I forgot that there was not, like, all bars were not all ages.
Yeah.
So, real quick to answer Nate's question, what part of SC am I from? Columbia, basically.
Yeah.
I grew up in a town called Irmo,
Mm-hmm.
IRMO. The least imaginatively named town ever, because they took the first two letters of the two founders' last names and made a town name out of it.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but I'm getting like a lot of comments showing up just now. So if I'm late getting to you, sorry.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm from Columbia. I've actually spent a lot of time in Charleston, though.
Mm-hmm.
Spent a lot of time in Charleston. In fact, I've got family in Monk's Corner, right nearby.
Yeah.
But if you know what Monk's Corner is, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but the only thing I can remember whenever you talk about Charleston is going on the ghost tour there.
Oh my god.
And everything was a tragic death. So-and-so's ghost is here because of a tragic death.
I think of Charleston, I think of the 80 bajillion tours of Fort Sumter I've taken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the fort was fine. It was a fort.
You went once.
Yeah.
I have been at least 6 times on that tour.
I only went once on the ghost tour too, but I still remember tragic death.
Oh my god, and Nate even spells Monk's Corner correctly because no one else does, because it's not spelled like any sane human being spells the word Monk's Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not like with a frock and things.
No.
It's silent.
No, it's MONCKS.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Monk's Corner. And like I said, I've actually technically will soon own, well, at some point own property there in Monk's Corner.
At some point.
At some point, yeah. I do not wish, I hope my aunt passes, but after she does, I will own the property out there.
No.
I'll be co-owner of it. And I hope that's a long, long time in the future. I have no eagerness to own property in Monk's Corner.
No.
For any reason.
No.
Like, I'm actually kind of terrified by the thought of owning that.
Yeah.
So please live a very long life, Aunt Gail. We love you, and we hope that you live a very, 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 very long life. For multiple reasons. Not just because you're awesome, but because I don't want to own anything in Monk's Corner.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the entire episode right now. That's all the news fit to talk about. Any answers to the question of the week?
Just one. The one that we did on fire safety was apparently a favorite of Greg Reinhardt.
Yeah, which is interesting. That was another one that I thought was going to be boring as piss, and no one was going to care about, but yet got a lot of feedback.
Yeah, we do okay with the fundamentals.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, apparently we do. So maybe we need to talk about, I don't know, accounting for haunts or something like that. I don't know.
What
if you
accounting?
Want to see us do accounting for haunts
What
episode?
accounting service should you be using? Oh gosh, it's been a day.
Yeah, it's. And Charleston is actually a lovely town. I've got a lot of great memories of Charleston, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, growing up as a kid and going on field trips, it was all about Fort Sumter. Like Charleston was like two things: historic downtown and Fort Sumter.
Yeah.
And that's just because that's what my teachers decided it was.
Yeah.
It's not actually representative of Charleston in any way, shape, or
Well,
form.
yeah. I mean, if your teachers decided to come to New Orleans, it would have been.
Oh God, all the French Quarter
and that's it.
And the Chalmette battlefield.
Oh well, I guess you do have to put one in there.
You gotta have a fucking battlefield in your.
So you either get that one or you get the one that's over Belchase. Towards Belchase.
Is there a battlefield down there? Probably is.
There's a fort. We have pictures from it. We went to the Orange Festival in it.
Yeah, Fort Jackson.
Oranges are apparently...
Which is weird because I grew up in South Carolina, but Fort Jackson was not
right.
a rundown, raggedy, brick-ass fort in the middle of a swamp. It was like the main army training base.
Yeah.
We're like
a little bit of a difference.
Bit of a difference. Like everyone there goes for basic training, and it's like a big thing where if you show up 3 days after 9/11 unannounced, you're going to have an awkward moment with military police. Because I took a wrong turn on the way to find fucking film for Crystal.
No.
Somehow wound up trying to turn onto the base.
Mm-hmm.
That's a story for another day.
No.
On that note, everyone, thank you very much for joining us and putting up with us as we do this news episode. We greatly appreciate your time and you spending the hour with us.
Yeah.
If you want more Haunt Weekly, you can check us out at hauntweekly.com or Haunt Weekly on Twitter and Facebook. YouTube.com/Haunt Weekly is our YouTube channel. Feel free to catch up on all the previous episodes there. All 279 previous episodes are there. This one will be there too. And always check us out, facebook.com/Haunt Weekly. Sundays at 8 p.m. We're here doing this live. HauntWeekly.com is the main website. HauntWeeklyStore.com is the store. Anything else I forgot?
The promo code.
Oh, the promo code. If you're at the HauntWeeklyStore.com, use the code NEWS, NEWS, to get 20% off through Thursday the 15th. But until next time, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Crystal.
And this has been Haunt Weekly episode 280, Doing the News. We're going to come at you next week with something else. I have no idea what.
Should be fun.
It'll be fun, though. It's an adventure.
Mm-hmm.
See y'all then.